Hi, my name is Susan Bergman and welcome to Whiskers and Whiskey 2020, our cooking video. Today we're going to be cooking or making whiskey pickles, and this is another course in our meal that everything contains whiskey. We're starting with 4 Kirby cucumbers, the small English, and we're going to cut them in cross section, not too thin, about 1/8 of an inch-ish. Ends removed, of course. And we're going to put them in this bowl, glass bowl. Next thing we're going to do is finish slicing 2 cloves of garlic into, they don't have to be minced, small pieces, but doesn't have to be perfect. And then that's going onto this plate, and it'll be part of the pickling brine, which is the secret of this recipe. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to prepare the brine in a saucepan to warm it up. And then we'll pour it over the pickles, cover the pickles, and let them sit for 30 minutes or more, and then they're ready to eat. So we have the 2 cloves of garlic, coarsely chopped. We have a cup of apple cider vinegar. Cup of water, a 1/2 cup of bourbon, and this particular bourbon comes from the Litchfield Distillery in Connecticut, Litchfield, Connecticut. Highly recommend it when COVID is done. Then we have 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of coriander seed, 2 teaspoons of mustard seeds, common ingredient in Indian cooking, 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper, and the recipe calls for 2 sprigs of fresh dill. If you don't have fresh dill, you can just use dried. Give it a couple shakes. Okay. And now we're going to put this on the stove, and we're going to stir it and cook it for 3 to 4 minutes until the salt dissolves. Okay, one important point is that the liquid is not clear, so you can't really see the salt. What you have to do is either listen for it or use the feel of the wooden spoon on the bottom of the pot, and you'll be able to tell in addition to watching the time. Okay, after 3 to 4 minutes, or after the salt is dissolved, you shut the heat off. And then we are going to pour it over the cucumbers. Okay, and once it's in, we're going to put this glass plate on top of the bowl as a cover and let it sit for 30 minutes. Okay, we've had the pickles in the brine, and now we're going to put them into a jar. And probably the easiest thing to do is to use a spoon and scoop up the cucumbers. Take a little bit of the brine and spices with you. And then I have a funnel, so I can pour the brine in, take some extra spices. I'm going to save the rest of the brine in a separate bottle for the next group of vegetables to pickle.